From our Nepal correspondent, a regular series of articles by Dr Balmukunda Regmi. An hour in Harisiddhi. After a few rainy days, the Kathmandu weather was clear, and dawn of this particular mid-June Tuesday had attracted many morning walkers and Ganesh worshippers around the fragments of Tundikel, once one of the largest squares in Asia. Thanks to the recently widened roads, the 15-kilometre distance to Harisiddhi took just 20 minutes to drive. I was 40 minutes ahead of my expectation and thus decided to take advantage of this opportunity to reintroduce myself to a corner of the old Japu village. Not that I had never passed through this section of the Kathmandu Valley since my visit there some 35 years ago, but I always had some excuse not to stop there when it was on the way to Godavari, a village famous for 12-yearly Mahadev Mela, resorts, marble stones, botanical garden and water springs. I looked for a relatively wider stretch of unoccupied road, found a suitable spot in front of a shop that still remained closed, parked the car, and walked back to the front of an old tea house near the crossroad, where many middle-aged men were standing or sitting on old benches, as if welcoming the morning with distinct milk tea. To the south, I could see some damaged houses, which I knew without asking was caused by the 2015 earthquakes. I paused, thought it wise to ask those gentlemen about my friend before going to the ruins, approached an old man with some query who referred me to a younger brother. After some clarification, I won the confidence of this young man. His name was Nagendra, a carpenter and I-do-everything person, now 64 years of age. His friend, Prem, who looked a bit older, was just 60 and grows tomatoes and other vegetables in the tunnels of his 3 Rapani land. On average, he works 8 hours a day in the farm. They gave me the phone number of my friend. We all tried to connect to him. Then we were tired and gave up hope. Seeing the exception that the road was not widened just in the old settlement section, I asked whether it would remain so, and they said it was just a matter of compensation. I asked whether the farmers are continuing their old practice of spreading the wheat plant on the road so that the passing vehicles would thresh the grains. Now machines do it. Cereal plantation and harvesting have become easy. Unfortunately, the agricultural land has been plotted for housing, and the remaining part has also lost its productivity. Farmers no more carry out their traditional role. In the past, they supplied grains to Patan. Now they buy from outside. I tried to figure out the Harisiddhi Chinese bricks factory and other local industries along the road. This village has changed from farmland to industry to market. A dense cement forest has devoured everything ecological. Interspersed are hospitals, schools, supermarkets, NGOs, foreign language institutes, study abroad consultants, and taverns. My friend, then a sub-engineer, was not living there. After his second marriage, he moved to Kathmandu city and lives with his younger wife and children from her. His daughter from the first wife is working in the US Army. This diverted our focus to the issue of migration. I learned from them that many young people, including 2 medical doctors from this village, have also left for the USA. Like elsewhere in Nepal, many parents here are proud that their children are now living in the USA, Australia, or Europe. My concern that the old people would be unhappy and feel helpless in the absence of their children was not enthusiastically reciprocated. I felt unemployment and poverty were more serious than isolated old age in their eyes, or they considered themselves to remain young forever. Happy that I had somebody to speak with, I proposed to drink tea, and they joined. My friend returned a call to me after somebody informed him that it was Michael. I was elated. When I tried to pay the bill, they disagreed, said I was their guest, told the shopkeeper in Newari not to accept my payment. Time passed. We parted. My mind is still in Harisiddhi. And I see the physical changed, the spiritual untouched. And we say gracious thanks for that illuminating little slice of life there to our Nepal correspondent, Dr Balmukunda Regmi, Professor of Pharmacy at Tribhuvan University, Kathmandu.